tell me what I'm gonna do. Tell me how I'm gonna live my life without you. Yeah, tell me why we don't make sense.
What's up? So today I was going to actually film this video outside, but it is currently 35 degrees and rainy. Literally plain cruel. Today's video is an extremely original idea that no one has ever done before. I know there have been like thousands of these videos out, but I've changed my gear a lot. I think the last time I made a video where I talked about, what gear I'm using was like over a year ago now, and let me tell you, a lot of things have changed from a year ago. At this point last year, I had no clue what a frame rate was.
I don't think that was shot in 24 frames a second. It looked kind of like—
It was! Let's just say a lot of things have changed, and my understanding of gear and all that stuff has evolved as well. Last time I updated you on what camera I was using this guy. This is the Canon Rebel Sl. I loved this camera. I still love it. I have kept it because if I ever need to shoot something with 2 angles, I can use this guy. Yeah, I highly recommend that camera. I've made a whole video about it. That video, I had no idea what I was saying. I literally wrote a script and read it because I didn't know what any of those things meant, but I did make a video about it if you want to go check that out. I might make a more in-depth video about like the Sl2 1 year later or something, but yeah, I've upgraded since then and I'm super excited to show you what I've got in my camera bag. Oh my god. This is my camera bag. I've made a video completely about this bag on its own. I'll have it linked up here. I'm gonna be focused on what I bring around on a daily basis, so I'm not gonna include like the Sl2 or other random gear I might have in this video. It's just gonna be what I carry around on a normal school day or on a normal day. This would typically be a day where I think I'm shooting a video and I need more options. So I wouldn't carry around, you'll see, but I have like extra lens in here and an extra camera even, and I wouldn't carry that around like every day. The first thing that I have in my camera bag is this camera. I'm currently shooting on it, so I can't really show you, but I'll have some b-roll over the top. It is the 6D Mark II. I upgraded to it maybe just over a month now. It hasn't been too long, but I really love this camera. With the lenses I have, I just wanted to stick with Canon because do I have to get into all the reasons as to why I got this camera? Primarily the lenses I already have, so I'll show you in a bit, but I have a lens that I've been borrowing for an extensive amount of time from my mom. That's a Canon lens, and then I just wanted to continue building that instead of having to switch. It was also a cheaper option to get this camera for me than something like the Sony a7 III. It's just, I like Canon, I like their colors, focusing, I like the flip out screen. Maybe I'll make a whole video about this. I don't want to get too much into it, but yeah. I switched to the Canon 6D Mark II, which I'm very excited about, and then I have the 16 to 35 2.8, which is what you guys are seeing right now. So yeah, that's sort of like my new all the time setup. It's what I use. And then on top, I've got the Rode Mic Pro. It's not the one that is automatic, it's the other one. Is it called the Rode Mic Pro? I don't know. But it works good. I've been using it for quite some time now. Let's start in the back sleeve. So back here, I got my computer. As a student, I need that. And also making videos. It's kind of a pretty important piece of gear I need all the time, basically. It is a 2015 MacBook Pro 13-inch. It gets the job done. And I still have an SD card slot, so I'm winning. Less dongles for me, I like that. I also have this random notebook. This is the only notebook I carry. I take notes on my computer because I'm super unorganized and I can't have notebooks because they'll just get squished and I'll lose them. And then in this like little top slot up here, I got my hard drive. I don't know what brand this is. Like my dad's company had like a bunch of them like for their employees and he gave me one, so maybe I shouldn't be saying that on the internet. A little notebook. This is for like video ideas mainly. This is like my YouTube planning notebook, so if I want to plan out a video, I'll do it in here. Normally I like to write it down, not on my computer sometimes. And then I just got the normal stuff like pens and my keys. Moving on to the main compartment, Normally I would have this camera in here. It's really easy to either grab like through the top or you can go on the side. Did I say what bag it was? This is the Everyday Pack from Peak Design, and it's a 20-liter bag, so it's not too big, which I really like. It's just big enough for like day-to-day stuff, which is pretty perfect. Computer charger, classic. Oh, okay, so I put this in here. I don't bring this around every single day, but if I'm maybe gonna film a video where I'm going to be in a place where maybe I don't want to bring my giant camera, the G7X does the trick. I've had this thing for quite some time. The tape is all scrunched up and stuff. This camera has been through quite a bit. I even dropped this thing in a cake once when I was like trying to get a time lapse of me making a cake. So I think if I looked in here, there's like old cake crusties. But I still use it because it's a bit more incognito than the big setup I got going on here. This is important, dead cat, for if it's gonna be windy. This looks like it's been there for maybe a bit too long. That was kind of gross, but hey, gotta keep this real. Okay, so then at the bottom, I like to keep my extra lens. So this is technically not my lens. It is my mom's lens. It's the 24-105. I think it's a f4. This lens is awesome, especially since my other lens is a 16-35. This one I'll use if I'm doing more photography stuff, or if I'm shooting B-roll and I know I want to have more options when it comes to being able to zoom into things. It's not my lens, it's my mom's lens technically, but I've been borrowing it for like 3 years. For like 3 years now, ever since I started my channel, and I don't think she's used it once or asked to use it at all this whole time. So it's an extended lease, okay? Yeah, now into the side pockets. So, oop, I got my camera charger in here, an extra one, because you don't want your batteries to die. I've got my ND filter in here, literally been life-changing, and I held off on getting one for a long time because money, but I finally pulled the trigger and did it, and it means I can actually film outside now and not be completely overexposed all the time. I've already got smudges on it, but that's okay. I would normally have it on my camera, but since I'm filming inside right now and I don't really need it, so. On the other side, well, I got a water bottle, but that's like normal stuff. Got an extra battery in here because it's just the worst when you don't have one and your camera dies. That sucks. And then in these little pockets, I've just got a bunch of extra ND filters and stuff like that. And yeah, I think that's basically it. I probably wouldn't bring the G7X every day or the other lens every day either. I normally have my camera with me just in case I see something or I feel like filming or something, but it's only the days where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go out and film, that I'll bring all this stuff. I'm super happy with this upgrade because this past year I've learned so much about filming, and specifically gear-wise, I've learned the difference between different gear, and I've learned how to actually use my camera. It's not all about the gear. Like, I think people sometimes make excuses about what gear they're using, and they're like, oh, I can make better videos if I had this camera. That's not true. Like, I started filming on my iPhone 5C, the yellow banana one, and it was fine, and it's what got me started in filmmaking. And I think it's better to start with terrible gear and work your way up because it forces you to learn how to use it properly and not just skip to the fancy stuff. A ton of people have made this video, but a lot of questions asking about what the heck, like what gear I'm using, because a lot of you have noticed a difference in the quality, which is awesome and totally what I was going for. If you don't follow me over on Instagram and Twitter, you should definitely do that because I update those platforms all the time. Also, did any of you notice that there are literally bananas in my background right now? Normally they're on my desk. Normally they're on my desk, but I just thought they looked better back there. So I think I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. I will have all of my gear linked in the description if you want to go check it out. I will see you next Tuesday. I don't know when this is going up. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. I'll see you soon with another new video. Bye.